Do you know Lep could be ninth by the end of the weekend? I have to bring out the analysis here because sometimes I do reaction, but see, this is old school. So, guys watching this channel, this is where I bring out the pen and we now go old school to the analysis rather than the quick reaction, like quick, because this needs the old school post match analysis. Because we need to analyze what's happening with Man City here because this is now serious. City were garbage. They were, in terms of performance, they were atrocious. They were atrocious. And Foden, don't just think that's because you scored a goal, you're going to escape criticism. Heck no, bro. So this ends the whole thing of, oh boy, he scored, so he did great too. Because Foden, I watched that game. I watched the 93 minutes of that game, and for 93 minutes, you were ass cheeks. You were ass cheeks. So before I go in on Lep and Pepper, just try to break down what's going on. Morgan freaking Rogers. I kept hearing the name, but I didn't really see much of him. But people say, oh, Morgan Rogers, Morgan Rogers. So I say, who is this guy? But people kept on mentioning him. My lord, like, do you know that Foden can't get to the England team? Do you realize that Foden is literally not good enough to get to the England team? Because you've got Jermaine Palmer, you've got Bellingham, you've got Saka, now you're not throwing this Morgan Rogers. Foden literally is not good enough to get in the England team. And England might have the best group of young talents, I think, in the world. So they have no excuse to not win either the Euros or the World Cup very soon because the talent is there. So this truly might be England's golden age. But Morgan Rogers, my lord in heaven, the guy was balling. Just in, because you could just, I told you, all I need is an eye test. I don't need his GA. I don't need his XG or goals and assists. I don't need data. The eye test is undefeated. Just looking at him, I was like, this guy's a baller. Every time he touches the ball, he knows what he wants to do. He holds on to the ball. He's always looking forward. Crisp ball control. Pristine ball control. Amazing balance. Great footballing brain. And just the footballing intelligence of this kid, it's outstanding. It's absolutely outstanding. And bro, he is in the right team. Because under your boy Unai Emery, who is a better manager than Pep, and we're going to get to management, who's a better manager, he is going to fully flourish. But this guy is a freaking baller. He's an absolute baller. And you see, do you know it's so great that we're both on the pitch? Because you can juxtapose Morgan Rogers and Phil Foden. See, for Morgan Rogers, that is a guy who can score and he can pass the freaking ball. You see, on Rogers' gamepad, he uses the X button and the triangle button. He uses three buttons. He uses X, triangle, and square. So he uses all three. There's another guy who, for some reason, he's allergic to using the triangle button. But for Morgan Rogers, triangle is used. X is used, and sometimes square is used. And in this game, triangle was used, and square was used at the right freaking time. That's what an attacking midfielder does. That's what a number 10 does. That's what a guy behind the striker is supposed to freaking do. That's what he's supposed to freaking do. So, no, Morgan Rogers, man, superb talent. Absolute superb talent. Super impressed. And look, for Villa, if I'm being real, Duran has done enough to start. Shout out to Watkins. But I think that's up top of Duran and Rogers, pretty damn good. I think, Villa, I felt they played better in the second half. Second half, they cooked. First half, they sat in deeper and went into counter. But I think once City lost their confidence, the second half they played it superb. Onana was outstanding in midfield. Like the way he was winning. But basically, Onana and Tillemans, they were superb in midfield. Absolutely superb in midfield. And the defense, if you hear in moments, but I think with they were able to do their thing in defense, So apart from just one mistake, and really, that's real. City didn't create their goal. Villa made a mistake. The defender trod over the ball. Foden took advantage. So it's almost as if like they gave away a goal by. No, they gave City that goal. So for Villa, superb. Man City. There's so much stuff to discuss, but I'm going to try and break it down. You know, Russell Westbrook. I'll use an NBA example. So even if you don't watch basketball, it's you can understand my analogy. So something in basketball, what they do is if they know a guy is bad at shooting, they leave him free. So they'll double up and triple up on a guy who's really good and be like, well, you know what? Because this guy's a good shooter, let's double team. But if we now double team, we now leave a guy open in space. But because they know the guy is a really bad shooter, they say, okay, go ahead, shoot, because we believe that based on the numbers, you ain't going to score. So in this game, Grealish was Russell Westbrook. Because what Villa said was Bernardo Silva is more dangerous, and we know he can harm us with his craftiness, so we're going to overload there. Grealish, this guy's trash. He's not going to attack the defender. He's not going to run into the box. He is not a danger. All he will do is size the defender up, pass sideways or backwards, or he'll win a foul. Do you know what is so crazy? Nobody's saying this, but I'll say this. So Grealish for 100 million was bought to win fouls. I'll say that again for the kids at the back. Freakish, who is going to be entering into the Brick Academy 9 a.m. sharp, was bought for 100 mil to win fouls and to pass sideways and backwards. Why is nobody talking about this being probably the biggest waste of money that we've seen in a long time? Why is no one saying that? So let's put Frickers to one side. Because like last I checked, no, Grealish, you're not Vinny. Like City, you know that Grealish is not Vinny Jr. You see, you spam the ball to Vinny because Vinny will make things happen because he's one of the best players in the world. That's what Vinny does. Grealish is ass cheeks. He stinks. He sells fruits. So you spamming the ball to him to do what? He ain't going to make anything happen like Vinny does. He's just going to just pass the ball sideways or pass it backwards. I feel sorry for Haaland. Haaland is a particular type of a striker. People say, oh, he should come in deep. He should play with the guys. He's a particular type of a striker who broke the goal scoring record. See, that's the whole thing. That the reason why I can't critique him too much is because this guy lubricated the goal scoring record being a particular type of a striker. And that particular type of a striker are the strikers I grew up with. Yes, obviously Ronaldo Nazario evolved it. Guys like Romario evolved it. But I still respect the Luca Tonis, the Iaquintas, the Mario Gomez's, the Christian Vieiras, the Batistutas, who are those kinds of throwback strikers. I respect those guys, the Oliver Bierhoffs, the Alan Shearers. I respect those guys because they have their own qualities. And my thing is that if you give Haaland service, most likely he will score because he's a goal-scoring freak. I watched 93 minutes where Haaland was given zero service. He was given zero service. No crosses, no through balls, no give and goes. This guy literally was walking off of scraps. So as much, because actually he is a limited player. He ain't a David Villa. He ain't a Samuel Eto'o. He ain't a freaking Nazario. He's any of these guys. He's not a Lewandowski. He's not a Cannibal. He's not a Benzema. So you have to play to his strengths. And a manager who understands his players will understand his players' strengths and their weaknesses. And you play to a player's strengths, not their weaknesses. So why wasn't this guy who you know is a limited player not giving service when you know if you give him service, he will cook? It's simple algebra. It's simple algebra. Foden. I'll get a pep afterwards. Well done on the goal. Well done. That's now 2 goals in how many games? So 2 goals and 1 assist in how many games? Foden. For 93 minutes, you were crap. For about 30 minutes, I was like, wait, is Foden playing? Oh, he is playing. All this guy does is receive the ball on the half-turner and shoot. If I'm Haaland, I'm punching Foden. I'm slapping him in the face. I am pimp slapping him. I'm bitch slapping this guy in the face because I'm like, you are behind me. Your main aim is to try to look for the pass first and then shoot. Bro, Totti, if Totti just shot on sight, Batistuta would slap him in the face. If Wesley Sneijder just shot on sight, Melissa would slap him in the face. If Dennis Bergkamp just shot on sight, Henry would shoot him and would slap him in the face. If Del Piero just shot on sight, Trezeguet would slap him in the face. As a guy who is playing just behind me, your first thing is to, can I see Haaland's wrong? Can I make the pass? Or if I can't make the pass, then let me now try and shoot. Foden, without even blinking or thinking, shoots. I was like, are you dumb or are you stupid? I'm sorry, I mean no disrespect, but with all due disrespect, are you dumb or are you stupid? Choose one. You're either dumb or you're stupid because you're not playing the position properly and you're hampering the team. You can't place a through ball. You were allergic to pressing triangle? The heck? I'm sorry, Foden, this guy's garbage. He can't, based on what guys are coming through with Managerial and everything, he can't start. Pep Guardiola. This is astonishing. I have never seen a downfall like this before for a team. I've never seen this before. And Pep Guardiola, I think now nobody's listening to like, give me back my players. You see, the whole Rodri thing was cool to begin with, but now it has gotten so bad that you're like, okay, no. This is way beyond the DM or players. This is now poor management. It's poor management because the team is not creating chances. De Bruyne, your main chance creator, he's on the bench and not even used. So I don't even know what's happening there. The team is low on the team has run out of ideas. The team has simply run out of ideas, and the team is predictable. They're predictable. And what do I always say, kids? What do I always say? A manager's job is done when the team creates chances. Now, if you don't put away those chances, it's down to the players. But the manager's job is to create a blueprint and an environment for where you are creating chances through the structure he has created. City are not creating chances. They are not being put into positions to create chances. So therefore, Pep is not doing his job. This is peak Lep. This is Lep. And guys, I'm sorry. I'll say it again. Great coach. Great coach. But in a crisis, this guy's a bomb. This guy's a straight bomb. So please stop telling me about how, oh, look at what Pep has done. No. You are judged by the good things and the bad things, but you are really judged by how do you cope when things are bad. That is how you're really judged. When things are bad, things are low, do you cower or do you rise above it or do you figure it out? Do you problem solve? See, that is how you define a great manager. That when times were hard, this is what I did. You're not judged by how you do when times are good. You are judged by when times are bad. Morale is low. People are not playing well. People are doubting themselves. What do you do? This is getting towards sackable territory. I'm not even going to bring out the word of Pep being sacked. But how bad is this going to get? Because, guys, City were atrocious. In terms of, they were horrible. Like, see, first half, Villa were not great, but they just had a tactic. Second half, Villa destroyed these guys. On a footballing level, Villa destroyed these guys. So I'm looking at City as a whole because it is two-pronged. Yes, the players are underperforming. But the Silvers guys are underperforming. But beyond that, I'm like, because I'm looking at it at a macro level. The team as a whole have lost their way. And for me, this is a managerial issue because I'm like, just the structure of the team, the ideas of the team, how the team is set up, it ain't working out. It simply isn't working. There's no chemistry. So I don't know what is happening in training. But we are just seeing a manager's downfall. We're seeing a manager's downfall. As I told you, if results go a certain way, City could be ninth. Now, I don't think that will happen because guys will lose and blah, blah, blah and everything. I don't think Brighton and those guys will win, so they'll probably end up sixth. But at best, they're going to be sixth. At best, they're going to be sixth at the end of this weekend's games. Bro, again, when we now talk about the GOAT managers and the great managers, this period has to be used. Because I cannot remember Mourinho, Fergie, or any of the greats going through a spell as bad as this. As in the amount of L's they've taken in a short period of time, how badly they are playing, how crap. City, these guys are garbage. Where these guys are not creating anything. These guys look garbage, and defensively, they're a mess. See, defense, that is where the coaching and the organization comes from. And defensively, they are a complete and utter mess. Lep. I told you, you're in class here at the Brick Academy. And if things get bad, a scholarship could be on the cards. Like the vid, guys. Subscribe. And please join us for our tonight hangout where we shall continue to cook Lep even more. Join us tonight.